Should members of parliament be provided with personal protections similar to senators or cabinet ministers?
Well, I definitely think that they deserve protection, and rightfully so, because after all, they are the voice of the people, and they're oftentimes saying things that people don't like to hear. And that being the case, there are people that react badly to comments they don't like and do bad things. And so I think that of all the people, they probably deserve protection more than most.
Well, if you're talking all members of parliament, I wonder if that's financially feasible. That would be an awfully big bill for security, maybe for certain high-profile positions, if somebody was genuinely at risk, but I don't think you could justify providing protection for all members of parliament.
We want people to feel safe. We want people to feel that they can participate in our government without feeling at risk or threatened, their lives are threatened or their families are threatened. So I would do it on a case-by-case basis.
There will be many instances where, public officials have been attacked, and like any acts of violence should be condoned. And if there's instances where the public officials are being more violently targeted, I think it's fine for them to continue having these special protections.
No, I think I don't think they need to have that level of security. I think that's a waste of money.
I think that anybody that's in public service is subject to some kind of attack from the public, whether it's vocal, which it usually is, but also physical. And so, yes, they should have protection.
There's a lot more friction, there's a lot more tension, and I think as we as a society have become more divided, I think people's opinions have become more extreme, and I think all members of parliament and people in the government do need more protection.
I don't think so. I don't believe there's a great deal of danger for the most part. It's just part of the job, I think.
I completely agree with the leader of the country having that security detail. But I have some reservations just going down the path that the U.S. seems to go down in terms of providing that to members of parliament. There's just something, it's hard to describe, but there's something just kind of un-Canadian about it.
Interesting. We live in a world since 9/11. Before 9/11, the Prime Minister and Cabinet had very little protection, and then life changes. Should every member of parliament, eventually they're going to have to. I'm sure at some point life goes on, things happen. Changes in security usually happen with airplane crashes because something went wrong. Security has been bolstered on Parliament Hill after bad things happened. Unfortunately, it's the way the world goes. We're probably at some point going to have protection for every member of Parliament, probably. If it's reasonable, feasible right now, who knows? That's not up to me to say, but if it happened in the future, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep, I think so, because the world is changing globally, and they're elected officials trying to make the world a better place, so I'm all for it. Yeah, no, I think it's unfortunate, and it's Ottawa, but it's, I think, I would support it.
I guess in Canada, historically, we haven't, and I would hope in our society we haven't gotten to that point yet where we need to have every MP to have personal protection. I'd like to think we're still quite a civil society and we don't need to have individual protection for each member of parliament.
Yes, absolutely. Depending on the circumstances, I think they should deserve it.
I think in some situations, yes. I think if they ask for it, then they should be eligible to receive it. Based on some of the interactions our politicians have had with the public, I think it's warranted, unfortunately.
Yes, I think so. Well, they're in the public eye. They're visible. I mean, it's Canada. It's not the U.S., so I don't think we have as much to fear here. But insofar as anyone's getting protection, yeah, members of parliament should. I think so.
I do believe so, yes. Yes, I just believe that in today's society we don't know what's going to happen, or, just to be the better protected, the better, I feel, for all of our people in Parliament.